Cowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys!
This is Mick Shots.
Streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app.
Now, here are Bill Jones, Heckma Harrison, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
Okay, it is time for a Back to Work Wednesday here inside the SWBC podcast studio. There's football equipment on the football field. There's about to be football players on the football field, and it's officially Giants week here. And this is Mick Shots. Right. Bill Jones, the former Giant, Everson Walls, Heckma Harrison, and fiddling with his headset is Mickey Spagnola wearing his dead set today.
Had the same problems you had yesterday.
You got it fixed, though. Here we go.
Why does somebody turn that on?
Because they know you're going to sit there.
That's right. That's why.
No, they did it to him yesterday.
They want us to false start on the show.
Right? Yeah.
All right. But there is so much happening around here at the Star in Frisco.
There is.
Just wait a day.
Yep.
Or an hour.
Know. That's right. Usually, what's been the case in the past is usually the breaking news happens as soon as we get done with Mick Shots. And so we'll see if that
every time
holds true.
I know the feeling.
Uh-huh.
I know the feeling.
Yep. But we got a run list today, bright and early after your
come on.
3 miles.
3 miles. That's all you need.
Jog at 4 a.m.
Yes.
Yep.
I wait till 8 though to send it. To make sure that Mickey's in the middle of his workout. So they have fresh on his butt. Yeah.
No workout today.
Oh, okay.
What's going on? Is it your cheat day? Hump day?
It's Back to Work Wednesday.
Had to get a haircut.
Oh yeah.
You look good.
I didn't even notice. Oh.
You got your headset on, man.
All right, here we go. Here we go. And where would you like to start, Mickey? Would you like to start with the reports out there?
Might as
Who's
well,
on
right?
the premises here?
That Jadeveon Clowney was here for a visit.
Really?
Look at Everson. I love watching. I just watching Everson's reaction.
Really?
What's he doing out there?
I would imagine he's coming in for a visit.
No, I mean.
Oh, why is he out there?
Yeah.
Well, probably 2 reasons. Number one, the first game's over with, so now veteran contracts aren't guaranteed.
This is Vested Veteran Week.
Veteran Week. And number 2, he doesn't have a job. And
number 3, this team has salary cap space.
And number 4, veterans that like him don't want to go to training camp.
Yeah.
So now training camp's over for sure, and now it's time to play football, and so they're kicking tires.
So now we got to ramp him up if we sign him and.
No, what do you mean?
Wait for
no ramp up.
No ramp up. He's ready. He's ready.
Well, we'll find out if he was.
That's why they're kicking tires.
Right?
They're figuring that out.
You didn't have to ramp up Micah Parsons, did you?
No, didn't have to ramp up.
Which, by the way, did you see what Quinn said yesterday?
Dan Quinn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan Quinn, sorry. Washington head coach. They asked him, so what are your plans for Micah Parsons? And he goes, well, I'll tell you what. He goes, it's a short week, and I would sit him. I wouldn't play.
Absolutely. That back, you would have given him a epidural.
I'm just looking out for you. It's
got to be torture.
I'm just looking out for him.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I think I'll sit him.
If I were you guys, I got that.
So, anyway.
Good advice.
So, you know what? I think I walked by him today.
No.
I saw, there was a...
Michael?
No. Jadeveon Clowney.
I knew. I just wanted. That's why I didn't say Clowney's name off the top. I was hoping that Mickey would say it. No, Jadeveon.
That one I know. Jadeveon.
I know how to spell
Jadeveon Clowney.
That's all I need to worry about. There you go. Right. I think I walked by him because there was a guy walking past me, and he was really tall and looked like a defensive end. So I'm going, oh, that must be him. So he is here, if that indeed was him. And he didn't have any cowboy gear on or anything, so he might have just got here. Kick the tires, see what he's got. Now, there's got to be a reason why in the last 6 years he's played for 5 different teams.
Right.
The only team he's played for more than 1 year was Cleveland, 22-23. But that 23 season, he did have No, 23 was in Baltimore. He did have 9.5 sacks.
Yes, he did.
With the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something there. Now it's just a matter of, is he in shape? Is he ready to play? And how much?
Mm-hmm. The big question for me is, I thought the most talented room post Micah was the defensive end room, and so
post Micah,
with your second round draft pick, Dante Fowler, Sam Williams, those names that are in there. Why do you think they brought him in, though? That's the biggest question for me. If that's the most talented group after week one,
tried to take advantage of maybe something that might not cost you very much.
Okay.
I mean, Carolina signed him to a 2-year, $20 million guarantee. Contract last year, and $12 million was guaranteed, and they cut him. And they said, well, we needed the $7 million in cap space, but you had $6 million in dead money against the cap.
Yeah.
So they moved.
Carolina also got rid of Adam Thielen, who was quickly picked up by the Minnesota Vikings, or he was traded, however that worked out. But
and they traded
right back where he started.
Yeah, and they drafted some young guys. So they moved on from him. He had 5.5 sacks last year playing, what did I have? 64% of the snaps.
How old is he?
32.
So this would be his 11th? 12th? No, he's an 11-year veteran. This would be his 12th.
He was the number one overall pick in 2014 by the Texans.
You have to be careful at 32 years old not being ready.
Yeah. Oh,
you
absolutely.
You got to be very careful at 32 years old playing that position and just coming in. That's back in the old school days. None of the big guys worked out at all in the offseason.
Right.
Till Bob Ward started making things happen. But for the most part, they stopped doing that a long time ago, to where I rest in the offseason, then I get in shape during the season. I'm wondering how that process is going to take.
Like what he did.
Yeah. How long is it going to take for him?
Right.
And that's what I say about ramp up. I know it's not an injury, but he needs to ramp up as far as getting his body prepared, like you said, even after you kick the tires.
So you hope he didn't go to the D.D. Lewis School of Off-Season Workouts?
Right. The 16 ounces.
I asked D.D. about that one time, and I said, what did you do in the off-season? Did you work out? He goes, yeah, man. He said, I got in the swimming pool, and I did 16-ounce curls.
The whole time. Yeah. And so that's the old school way of thinking.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore, and I'm wondering how.
Well, here's the key thing, and I told Bill when we were walking down the hallway, I said, see, this is the benefit, and the Cowboys rarely have this benefit, of having $37 million available in cap space. You've got room to make a mistake. Before, they couldn't make mistakes, right? So you can almost bet. As long as it's not a huge amount of money, you can bet on saying, okay, let's bring him in and see what we got. And if we don't, we take out the eraser and say, okay, see ya.
So getting back to Heckma's question, okay, let's look at the inventory that the Cowboys have at the edge rusher position, where you've got Sam Williams, you've got Dante Fowler, who you signed in free agency, decent money. You got the second-round draft pick, Donovan Ezaraku. You got James Houston, who had flashed in the preseason, and Marshawn Neeland, who looked strong in the first game. And so from the mindset of the coaches and front office, why are you now kicking the tires on Clowney? And I think one of the reasons is, as Mickey has alluded to, this is the window to do it with the vested veteran week, just to see what you got there. I think you always are looking at, okay, what if we lose a player to injury? Because inevitably you are. So how well stocked are you with guys who can get to the quarterback? And he had 5.5 sacks last year for Carolina in what Mickey said, 64% of the snaps. He played 14 games last year. So I think it's prudent to take a look, and if you like it, it's a long season. You got 16 more regular season games to go, and if he can fit in at a reasonable price, then have at it.
Yeah, you're always.
And does he fit? Also, you're talking to him. Does he fit the culture too?
Yes, and I think you with that kind of cap space, you're always scouting. You're always looking for new blood to come in. I just asked the question because I thought after watching the week one that there was other positions that you may have brought someone else in.
Here's another way to look at it. They had Micah. they haven't. Micah was on the roster and was set to play in the first week, supposedly, if they had agreed to something, or if they hadn't traded him. And they haven't done anything to replace him, so why not?
Well, look at it also this way. You mentioned Nealon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's flashed, but how much experience does he have? Because he started the season last year. I think he started one game maybe, and then he got hurt, and he didn't play that much. Sam Williams didn't play at all last year, and prior to that, he didn't. I don't believe he had any starts. I don't know. It's a Rock who's a rookie, and James Houston got picked up off the free agent dump.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're not talking a lot of experience other than Dante Fowler.
Yeah.
Is Nealon's play style the same as Clowney's play style?
No.
I look at Nealon. He can play defensive end, but he can also rush from inside.
Yes.
Okay.
He looks like an inside guy.
He looks like,
He's
right.
He's DeMarcus Lawrence replacement.
So I don't even include Nealon in that edge rusher category.
Right.
That
I guess
Clowney is.
Look, the point that y'all won't. I tried to lay the bait and y'all didn't go that way, so I'll just say it. Look, interior guys is 1 and 3s is defensive tackles. I look at Nealon as to be that tweener as well, a guy that could do both. But I thought it would be inside that they would go looking because at some point Eberflus. Obviously, he's bringing the pressure. He's playing zone on the backside, but internally, you got to be able to stop the run. And I think the guys showed. I love what Solly did in the middle. He had his moments, good or bad, but I saw the rotation, what they're working with. I just didn't think the defensive end was.
Well, is there a Jadeveon Clowney out there at defensive tackle?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kenny Clark, and they got him last week.
Kenny Clark.
Yeah, Mickey. I don't know that I'm even looking for a defensive end because of the way that these guys are hunting that we have. I saw Dante Fowler make a mistake, and we've already talked about that. But as far as the rookie, the growing pains are there, but I think he's coming along. And I think after we get more of a sample size of him, you'll be comfortable with him as an edge rusher. Sam Williams as well. I think knocking off the rust from not playing for an entire season, you're going to be pleasantly surprised about him. I don't know if the motivation needs to be bring in another guy because, we might lose. You got a room full of guys.
Well, there's an open roster.
I think you got a room full of cap space left. That's why they're doing it. That's the only reason they're doing it, I think.
Yeah, and they have a roster spot
if it wasn't
available,
for that.
right?
They
didn't fill the roster spot for putting Winfrey on injured reserve, right?
Nope.
Any thought that he doesn't play special teams or anything like that? Nothing. Because he's just no thoughts about that. Okay.
Who, Clowney?
Yeah, he doesn't play special teams. He's not going to be a guy that you play on special teams.
The Cowboys are playing the Giants this week.
Yes.
The Giants signed a guy from the Cowboys in the offseason, Chauncey Golston, who, by the way, he got 3 years, $19.5 million, and I think he played 14 snaps in their opener, 11, 14 snaps, something like that, which I thought they overpaid for.
Good agent.
Yeah. Would you rather have Chauncey Golston or Jadeveon Clowney on this team?
I like Golston.
Chauncey Golston, is that the wrong answer?
I like.
I'm just wondering.
Okay, Chauncey Golston.
I'd say Golston.
Okay.
Only because he might know the defense a little bit better, I guess. He's younger.
I just think it's worth kicking the tire. I'm not saying you're going to sign him.
Oh, no.
I'm
very intrigued. I'm intrigued. I just hope that he comes in here. I don't want him doing the D.D. Lewis offseason workout. I want him at least doing something. Because those days that once again 32 years old, and you're saying I'm just going to work my way in. It's going to take some weeks for you to get back in shape. You know, it's going to take you a month to get back in shape at that size, that age.
He looked good to me, but he had a blousy sweatshirt on.
Blouses.
I couldn't.
Yeah, and the other reason that I mentioned
He's big though.
the other reason I mentioned Golston, they both had 5.5 sacks last year.
Mm-hmm.
We know watching Golston here, and I did not have a problem with letting him go in free agency.
You wouldn't have paid $3.
At that price,
Yeah.
at a more economical price, yeah, because he fits the culture as far as being a really try hard,
Well,
guy.
that's what happened to Dorrance Armstrong too.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and Armstrong
Washington gave him all that
is
money.
more of a Golston is more of a tweener,
Yeah.
inside outside. Armstrong is more of an outside guy, so he is a better example to Clowney, I think.
and he's starting these.
Yeah.
Still
And a
for
better
Washington.
athlete is
right.
Dorrance
He
Armstrong.
comes
He's in a
off the
pet
edge.
project.
Yeah.
Let's not get those two guys
But
confused
that
at
was
all.
back in the day when you were up against the salary cap all the time. And, as I was telling Bill, usually at this point in the season, the Cowboys have $10, $12 million available under the cap, and you got to account for guys going on IR. That's operating.
You have to
costs.
wait. You have to wait until they get hurt, and then you make a move.
Right. And
now
then-
you can be.
And then you got to replace the
proactive.
guy on the rosters. That counts. So 10, 12 million doesn't go very far. But now when you're at 37 million, you can make a mistake.
I want a list of guys that are in their prime or that I wish were Dallas Cowboys that are probably going to end up being Dallas Cowboys once they turn 33.
I was just thinking, how many other guys are out there, that we can take a look at?
Well,
We have all this space.
How old were you your last 2 years in Cleveland?
32, 33.
32, 33.
But he was in tip-top shape.
That's right.
Throughout the
Damn
year.
right I
He
was.
worked out.
The other thing that has happened this week that may have flown under the radar because it happened through college football and NFL Sunday is the Eagles did sign Jadeveon Smith. In the immediate aftermath of the game on Thursday, they saw they had an issue at the edge rusher position, and
Talk about kicking the tires. And
so they immediately did that, and so.
This is a guy that's shown you production the same as, and I'm not saying that Jadeveon isn't in that same vein as him. I'm just saying that we had a chance to get him before he got to Cleveland, and we passed on him.
Probably didn't have the money, depending on
Obviously.
what Cleveland paid him.
Yeah, obviously.
And then Carolina paid him big time.
Which, by the way, and I'm now looking up Jadeveon Smith, and last year he had 16 starts between Cleveland and Detroit, and he had 9 sacks total.
Nice.
Okay.
Production.
35 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 17 quarterback hits. And I wrote down Clowney's here. Where did I put it? 14 starts last year, 46 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 11 quarterback hits, and 5.5 sacks.
Veteran guys got to hate that. If I'm not on the opening day roster, that I come in.
And both about the same age, 32,
Yeah.
33.
And the Eagles, can you name their defensive ends?
Yeah, we just played them. Nolan Smith is the first one that
Well,
comes to mind.
you don't count.
Oh.
Oh, he doesn't count.
Well,
Because he's
here.
studying the thing.
Okay.
Stuff.
Nolan Smith.
Oh, okay. And who's the other guy? Who's the other?
It's not Graham anymore, so I don't know. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Graham.
Some Hunt and
They lost
Smith.
Josh Sweat as
Yeah.
well in free agency and
Where did Sweat go?
Arizona to Gannon, Jonathan
And
Gannon,
they didn't
former
have enough
defensive
money.
coordinator.
Didn't have enough money to pay him.
But I know who Davis and Carter is.
Well, I
can
didn't ask you that.
tell you. I know you didn't ask me, but I'm telling you who they are. I know who they are.
Well, he's $57,000 short now.
That's right. That's right. And so
Expensive loogie.
I don't think he got enough for his spit.
That's a two-spitter, huh?
he was for sure losing that.
Yeah,
So the question is, should there be more
right.
for
Well,
spitting on a player?
They basically gave him a 1-game suspension.
It's basically like an assault, right? It's
Yeah.
it's
So
an
Everson, what do you think? Do you think he should have got more than?
I've never really seen a guy assault someone, because that's what the category is under. I've never seen one assault someone on the field because it's football. So I don't know. I have no merit to go by, have no guideline to go by.
Now, if he was only making $20,000 a week, that's a different story. But 57, when the fine schedule's out there, that's pretty significant. Yeah. That's like a one-game suspension.
It is. That is a one.
Yeah, but he's gonna make $57,000 this week playing.
Well, yes.
I mean, that's just his salary is $57,000 a week.
Right.
I think really,
it's all relative.
We make joke about this, but your rep is all you got. And when you're known for doing something that disgusting, I just look at you as a totally different person. Period. And I'm sure a lot of people are like, it's football, who cares? But that's some nasty crap.
Do you think
that's just nasty?
Do you think it played?
Nobody spits on people, man.
Do you think there was a factor?
Have you ever done it?
No, I barely spit. Period.
Do you think
I'm not even good at it.
There's some people they spit all the time, like out on the field. I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah,
like if I had to spit right now, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I would have to really be like
Jason Garrett on the sideline all the time.
Yeah,
spit and spit and spit. And there's some people that
you guys got to live a little.
They have.
Okay.
Well, no, you've got spit.
Doctor of spit.
Once again, you got spit, and then you have a loogie. That's the difference. That takes
I'm afraid
talent.
I'd spit it.
Right.
There.
You know what I'm saying?
Unbelievable.
A loogie that takes talent.
Mick can't spit. You're directionally challenged.
I'm a spit.
Everson never spits. What's going on here? Where are we going with this?
One final thing on Jaylen Carter. Do you think the fact that the Eagles are playing the Chiefs this week factored into the decision not to give him
another
an additional game? If they were playing Carolina this week, might he have gotten that extra game? But that is the highest profile game of the week.
Good thought.
So.
Yeah, I mean, look, what he did was egregious. It was nasty. $57,000. Don't do that again. Yeah. He won't spit on nobody else, but no, they weren't going to keep him away from the Kansas City game. Come on now.
Yep.
No.
That's the way I looked at it.
Well, if you're going to spit on somebody, it's best to do it before the game starts.
That's the lesson here. If you're going to do something, do it before because then you can just serve your suspension.
Now that may be the consideration there, that he did it before the first series.
Definitely.
So
they said it.
That's the one game.
They said it.
Yeah.
There you have it.
That is the reason, no doubt.
He did it in the third quarter. He would be missing the Kansas City.
It'd be like college. You got to miss the next half.
Right.
That's right.
Don't get me started.
That's right. All right. We go to the run list, the Giants run list.
Oh.
When we come back.
Sure we are. Sure we are. Okay.
Wait, I got another topic.
Right.
Something else.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Look, school's starting and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16 and is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check app for availability.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all of your travel travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your package today.
Back to Mick Shots.
The countdown to game day starts with Rally Days presented by SeatGeek. Get behind-the-scenes look at the AT&T Stadium, meet the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and alumni, play games, win prizes, and more. Get your tickets at attntstadium.com/rallydays.
All right. And your appearance schedule, again, Everson, is what?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
For Rally Days.
That's right.
And then you're
3 to
on
4.
Collins before the game.
10-10.
That's right.
10-10
Collins.
10-10 Collins.
10 o'clock in the morning, baby, ready to go.
Mickey, you in on that one too?
1:15.
No, we got something else going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Something other than Rally Days? And
No, we do it. We do our Q&A.
Star Sports Tour
Yeah, Star
reception.
Sports Tour.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all did a beer pong or something.
No.
Going on.
No.
Okay, tailgate. Let's go.
Can someone get in on the Star Sports Tour deal?
They can go to the website.
That's right.
And if they're not on the tour, they can buy a ticket to the reception.
The tailgate is the official tailgate
of
Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
And what time is that?
The tailgate or the
Star
reception?
Sports?
I think it starts. They open the doors at like 1 o'clock, maybe
1:15,
1:15.
And that's where?
We're going to have it at the center here.
Is it at the Omni this week?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to get your appearance schedule out. Okay.
We change sometimes
Yes,
because
we
the Omni's booked for things.
I have it right here, Mr. Spagnola.
Here's the question I would like to pose in this segment. Can the Giants' offense survive the heat?
I like
What do you mean? The Cowboys heat?
The heat.
The heat.
What heat?
Brian Dable's seat is hot.
Oh. I was thinking.
Made the decision on Monday.
I was thinking he knew the roof was going to be open.
It's going to be hot.
Yeah.
I'm on your way to even a noon
will not
kickoff. It'll be warming up.
By the way,
by the time you leave, it's going to be 95 degrees.
By the way,
the roof will not be open.
Yes.
By the way.
The Frisco Convention Center.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
Okay.
Not at the Omni.
Not at the Frisco Convention Center, 7601 Gaylord Parkway. Thank you.
Just right down the street.
That's right.
Okay, enough about that.
There you go.
So,
hey, I just had
even
to
though
get
I'm
right.
the one that brought it
Yeah,
up.
And we answered questions, too.
All right.
Okay.
survive the heat.
Well, which one? The head coach, the quarterback?
Can we put them both in the same barrel? I think they're both.
They're all in the same barrel.
They're in the same together. This thing together.
Well, Schottenheimer was asked about, is it going to be difficult to prepare for a team when you don't know possibly who the starting quarterback is? Well, his answer was before he knew, before Daboll said that Russell Wilson's starting, he said, well, you know, they had a package for Jackson Dart for that first game, so we got to prepare for at least that package or whatever the package is. And I think at this point, just because Russell Wilson's starting doesn't mean he's finishing if things go sour real quick. So I think, as he said, I know Russell Wilson. He had him for 3 years in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up the numbers.
Had best numbers of his career.
In 3 years, he had 106 touchdown passes and 25 interceptions. Yep. And they were, all 3 years, they were ranked in the top 10 in offense. And they went 33-15, I think it was. And they won the West in 2020. And then he
got fired.
He got fired, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did he get fired?
Well, I don't know. Pete Carroll, his buddy.
Mm.
Y'all.
I don't know.
When you smile like that, that means
something else going on. Something in the water.
Pete got something going on. There's something to do with Pete.
They're still tight.
Yeah, right.
Yep. In fact, Schottenheimer says that when he's asked about who had the greatest influence on him as a coach outside of his dad, it's Pete Carroll.
I believe it.
And that's apparent. That's by the way that he runs practice and the music and
putting a basketball goal.
All of that.
And running around on the practice field like Pete Carroll would.
But yesterday we talked a little bit about the quarterback, and I felt like when we were talking about Russ, we were talking about his talent deteriorating as we see him now in the Giants. But I'll just say this. He's probably one of those quarterbacks that benefited the most from coach and quarterback relationship with him and Pete Carroll when he was in Seattle. Because obviously no one really gives him credit for winning that Super Bowl because of the Legion of Boom. But also just the way that he played. You want to call him a bus driver, whatever, but in those playoff games, he came up big. And
there's no doubt he came up with plays.
Two of his strengths to me has always been his long ball, and when things break down, Russ getting out and running on you. So he still has that dimension as well. And so
he just doesn't have the offensive line to help him out. I mean, when you look at this Giants offensive line,
it's bad.
The fact that he was trying to improvise, he didn't even have time to improvise. Let's just be real. When you have a quarterback that can get back there and do certain things, it's usually because he has time. You have time to improvise. I mean, even with Dak in the game, there were times when he was under duress. He had to break a few tackles and save some sacks. But when it all came down to it, his offensive line, they gave him somewhere to step up. They always gave him a way out for the most part in that game, and that was consistent for the entire game. That has a lot to do, first of all, with the quarterback's ability to run. I don't think Russell's ability to run is the same. His ability to throw is the same. His ability to escape is not the same, and I think that's where he's losing some of his credibility.
What about his ability to stand in the pocket and take a hit to get a throw off?
Nah. I think he shies away from that.
He's
big
taking
time.
off.
I think he shies away from that.
He's taking too many licks.
Yeah.
He's done from Denver to Pittsburgh.
That big time.
He's gun-shy now.
And that's why once you cut off his first option, he's done.
See, that's what happens to me with older quarterbacks. They don't lose their arm strength. They lose their nerve.
That's right.
They don't want to get hit anymore. They don't want people nipping at their toes,
That's right.
you know? And
ask Aaron Rodgers what just happened this past weekend, and we'll see how he feels this week.
He
got hit hard.
He got hit
a
right?
lot. Yeah. And that's something that's going to not bode well for him at all for the rest of this season. Same as with Russell Wilson. It's just different when you don't have that youth that you had in your legs. That you can have the brain, you can have the arm even, but you don't have those legs like you're used to. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you box. I don't care what you're doing. It's going to deteriorate, period. 40 years old, less than that.
Yeah, big difference between Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and the quarterbacks that we're talking about. The guys don't have the same escapability and the ability to take hits like that anymore.
Fact. And then to me, the Cowboys should be working on, forget the quarterbacks. We still need to be working on what we're weak at. We still need to be, in training camp mode to where we're still going to concentrate on things that are going to make us successful. I wouldn't even care about who's playing quarterback. I would care about what you guys talked about yesterday. Who's playing defensive end? That's what we need to worry about. How well we still need to work on ourselves, number one. And number two, we need to know where they are strong. And you said it yesterday, 2 defensive ends. And those are the guys that we need to worry about.
Because this will be a bit, I think, with Carter missing, this will be a better pass rush.
Oh, with Jaylen Carter missing?
Yeah. With right. Washington. Mm-hmm. But now these guys, because their defensive ends are pretty talented. Mm-hmm. Thibodeau, pretty good, and they drafted.
Brian Burns and Abdul Carter.
And Carter, the guy from
and
Penn
Dexter
State,
Lawrence,
right?
Yeah. And we don't need to be naive in that. Let's concentrate on whatever their strength is. Let's concentrate on negating their strength. And then from then on, we worry about what we do correctly.
Because I don't know what you guys thought or what you were expecting from the offensive line, but I thought that was the biggest concern going into that game because you just didn't know. Those 5 guys never played a game together. Yeah.
Well, you see them play. They played a lot of 12 personnel in that game in the running game, and the Commanders didn't have any problems with it. And they Scatterboo, Devin Singletary, and Tracy are the running backs, and that's. When you talk about being in training camp mode and taking care of what you need to take care of in this game, it's stopping the run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. If we stop the run,
always been our thing.
We stop the run. I think the rest of it with their quarterback with Wilson is we know who his main target is. We got plenty of guys in Bland and Diggs that can stop that.
Let's not be naive. That's what you're saying. Let's not be naive on the problems that they're having. But also, we can't just run in there like, we got everything taken care of.
Yeah, their offensive line is bad.
And the thing to monitor this week is Andrew Thomas, their left tackle, and see if he returns. Did not play last week, coming off a Liz Frank surgery last year, and they've been ramping him up slowly. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, man that size, he need his feet.
Schottenheimer will say at his press conference, which is starting right now, that they need to rest him another week.
Yeah, right.
This would be a perfect time.
I don't think he's ready yet.
Maybe he can.
Hey, Brian, let me give you some coaching help.
And by the way, the coaching connection, Schottenheimer with the Giant staff. Well, Brian Dable. And by the way, even though it's spelled like Dable, whatever, it's Dable. It's like table. Okay, that's how it's pronounced.
They don't say it like that on TV.
Well, they need to look it up.
Like there's a bull. There's
emphasis
a bull
on
in
the
it.
second syllable.
Yeah, but it's Dable, like table.
Bill,
but anyway, Dable was Schottenheimer's quarterbacks coach when he was the offensive coordinator with the Jets. Schottenheimer's first offensive coordinator job in 2007 and 2008. Dable was the quarterbacks coach for the Jets then, and he became the offensive coordinator with the Browns right after that. So there's that connection.
Now, when you talk about Dable as the head coach in OC, were you shocked that he relinquished the play calling at the beginning of this season? And was that the first thing that you said?
I don't know enough about him to be shocked about it.
Okay.
But when you've got your job on the line, you want to be as hands-on as possible.
But if you were hired to be the offensive guru and you give that up, that's like the first sign of danger.
And that's one of the first questions he had that was posed to him after the game.
Right.
What are you going to be doing? Are you calling the plays next week?
Especially when they don't score a touchdown in a game.
And they asked the same question that you said. They hired you to be an offensive coordinator. And now you just give it up to somebody, and then he does that.
Well,
what were you thinking?
Just remember, he's got the headset on.
Yeah.
He could override if he needs to, right?
Yeah.
And his headset is working, unlike Mickey's. All right, we continue with more Mick Shots in just a moment.
Look, school is starting, and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16. It is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check app for availability.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
Cowboys Nation, Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, is exclusively in the Dallas Cowboys app. Join the official fan club today and receive access to Cowboys Drops, where you can win game tickets, autographed items, exclusive experiences, and more. Download the app to join now.
All right, Brian Schottenheimer having his Wednesday press conference as we speak right now. And, of course, he was immediately asked about Jadeveon Clowney's visit today, and he responded with, "We're always in the business of seeing what's out there." And, by the way, Schottenheimer, when he was in Seattle in 2019, Clowney was a member of the Seahawks.
One of his one-year stays. Oh, by the way, this came up maybe last week. When we were talking about Javonte Williams,
yes,
somebody brought up number 33.
Yes, we both did.
Okay, so they were talking to him Monday, and somebody asked him about the valedictorian thing, and he goes, "Well, yeah, you know, I whatever his grade point was, 4.6 or something." They said, "Well, what was your favorite subject?" And he said, "History." And it's like, why history? And he goes, "I don't know. I like working. I had an uncle that fought in World War II, and I like looking that stuff up. So I was probably history was my favorite subject." So when everybody left, I said, "So since you're a history buff, do you know who used to wear number 33? And he goes, "I absolutely do." And he goes, "And by the way," he goes, "how old do you think he is right now?" And I said, "Well, he got drafted in 77, so upper 60s, getting close to 70. He goes, "Yeah, I looked that up. He was pretty good." So he knew who Tony Dorsett. He was pretty good. He was pretty good.
He was pretty good.
So to answer your question, he knew what 33 on his back meant.
Try first ballot Hall of Famer good.
Yeah, right?
Leading the league in rushing good.
And I told him, I said, you know, if you ever go back and look at his highlights, you got reminded of how fast he was, and not how fast 4-point whatever, how fast he got from 0 to 60.
Yeah.
Am I right?
That's right.
His acceleration was unbelievable.
Everyone, you look at the film and you see him, you know, when comes out of he breaks a tackle, and the other guys are like, "Okay, we're coming to get him." And
no angle.
Once he breaks that tackle, he immediately takes away the angle that they had.
He's like one of those air guns that they shoot the T-shirts into the crowd. Boom!
Yeah, and he's gone.
I saw his highlights a couple of years ago, and it reminded me. I go, "Oh my, look at that!"
And you know, there were games where he wasn't that glamorous guy. There were games where he just pounded. And that's kind of why he has some of the issues he has now, because at 5'9", this guy had on every pad known to man. That's what he was known for having. None of us wore like
the big old shoulder pads back then.
He had the big shoulder pads. He had the big thigh pads. We hated wearing those. He had the hip pads. No one wore the hip pads but him, and he needed it all because he knew as a small guy he was going to be taking some hits. And boy, I've seen him in some of the coldest games ever, playing this in Philadelphia. Those linebackers cannot wait to take him out. I mean, they are trying their best. When they catch him, they don't just let him go to the ground. They will catch him, hold him up. Here comes some other guys, and all three of them would just
twisting,
pound him on the ground. And he would just get up, and he would fix those hip pads, and he'd walk back to the huddle. Next thing you know, pew, he's gone again.
Remember those days and guys carried the ball 28, 32 times. I mean, had those kind of carries.
And they got
again.
Stronger with each carry.
Unbelievable. Like, you don't even see that anymore. We talk about a kid in Williams that had 15 carries. You know,
48 yards.
15 carries. Tony's just getting warmed up at 15. He just getting started. Unbelievable.
I'll never forget that year in '86 when they signed Herschel, and I think he was late getting to training camp that year.
Dorsett was, and
just because.
And somebody asked, I think the first question was they asked him because we were outside the coach's dorm there on the street, the sidewalk, and somebody says, "Well, how do you feel about Herschel Walker?" He goes, "I feel like $1 million man." Because that's what Herschel got paid. And then back then, $1 million salary was big, right?
It was.
That was unheard of.
Did you ask Javonte if he thinks he can break Dorsett's record for the longest touchdown run ever?
Break it.
Break it?
Yeah.
99 yards and a half.
Right.
As Dandy Don said it. Okay, we just got a few minutes left. Oh, wow, we're in the 2-minute warning.
I just want to congratulate you guys for at least tackling one the topics that
You're welcome, sir.
Man, you
You're
guys,
welcome, sir.
we're making progress here.
I forgot all about
One.
See, things change from 8 o'clock to noon.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I didn't have the crystal ball out today, Mick. But
Clowney was going to walk in.
No. But I'll do. I'll
or
try
that
again
I was
tomorrow.
gonna see him. If I did see him, could have been somebody else there.
I'll go to number 2 on your list real quick.
Okay.
And do you think Jackson Dart will get in the game on Sunday?
Mickey already said, hey, just because Wilson starts don't mean he'll finish.
That's right. Be prepared.
There you go.
Be prepared.
2 things on the list.
I
you cooking.
I think our defensive line is going to bring it.
You think so?
I think.
Hey, there was.
He just went to number 3 on the list, which is Cowboys' defensive opportunity.
Wow. What a show this has been, man. This is crazy.
What a show.
What a show.
You feel good about it?
Yeah, I feel good. We can keep going. There's more on there.
So, do you think Clowney will get signed here?
I don't know, Bill. Why? Do you see something that?
No, I'm not.
Suggesting
Not a trick
He's
question.
always,
he probably got a tweet. Clowney signs with Cowboys.
He's been quiet over there, right? Then he comes up with that.
No breaking news. No breaking news yet. So
well, we're not off the air yet.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
As soon as we get off the air.
We're trying to hold on till something exciting.
Well, practice starts at 1 o'clock, right? All right.
You got 15
I'm
minutes.
going to Charles Haley's golf tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is
all right.
Fundraiser?
Yeah.
There was an event last night.
Cowboys support him a lot.
Event last night and golf tournament today.
Golf tournament today.
What you don't remember what the charity is?
I do not.
If you stall for 2 seconds, I saw it. I can get it
Charles
for you.
Haley is a very well-rounded man. People look at him as just this big bully, but he really cares for his fellow human being.
Tackle Tomorrow Foundation is his nonprofit.
It's for kids, right?
Yep.
Committed to improving the lives of children and families in underserved communities.
Yes.
You can't tackle tomorrow with old people. So, yeah, it's with the kids.
Well, he'll tackle you.
Mick knows, and this program also helps a lot of kids in the inner city. 10 school, Dallas Independent School District benefits directly from what Charles does. So, I mean, it's big time.
Okay.
But let Russ cook.
Okay.
Or cook him.
It's burning if Russ is cooking it.
Cook Russ.
And we will see you again tomorrow at high noon here on Mick Shots.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?